yeah. So I had really good passes, short passes, long passes, pretty accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Had the vision to cut through a defense with a pass,
Mm-hmm.
on either side of the field. Also was pretty pretty fit for a bigger player because I'm like nearly 6 foot tall, playing in the midfield, and most of my opponents are 5'5", 5'6", five
Mm-hmm.
four,
Mm-hmm.
smaller, whether it's Spanish players, Latin players, or European. Most soccer players, many of them ain't going over 5'6" and 7", And in the
Correct.
midfield, you usually have the smaller, shiftier types of players,
Correct.
Every once in a while, you find somebody your size.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So midfield was my thing. Why I play in the midfield? Because it was easy for me.
Okay.
Because if you have, I found anyway, because there's a guy in Jamaica named Alan Skillcole. He passed away last year.
Okay.
He was Jamaica's greatest soccer player, in my opinion.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So when Pele came to play against, I think it was Santos of Jamaica
Mm-hmm.
against the New York Cosmos in 1974 at the stadium.
NSL.
After
Yeah.
seeing Alan play,
Mm-hmm.
Pele decided to try and get Alan, excuse me, a contract to play in Brazil,
Okay.
and they facilitated him playing for a couple of years in Brazil. In I think the team was called Nautico, and they
Okay.
with Alan they went from like the third division right back up to the first division. So I used to when I was 14, I was playing in the same club that Alan was the captain of the team, Santos,
Okay. Okay.
and I watched him play all the time. And what I loved about him was his immaculate ball control and his vision when when he received the ball,
Mm-hmm.
and he seemed to have more time on the ball than everybody else. And he was always able to let off the most impossible passes that even, the defense couldn't see before it happened. So I used to watch him play, and then I realized that I had similar skills, not on his level, because he's Jamaica's greatest soccer player ever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would say I'm a slightly above average player.
Okay. You're just being modest.
No, bro, for real. Compared to the people I used to play
Yeah.
against and stuff, I saw better players, but
Mm-hmm.
my gift was controlling the flow of the game. Um, when the games got rough, uh, I was a good policeman, and yeah, man, because some people want to bring the aggression to
Yes.
try and intimidate you, and that work around here. So we do what we could do to give back a little more intimidation back, but we also were skillful.
Yes. Yes.
And I played with a lot of skillful players and really good teams. It was easy to play when you're playing with really good players.
Correct. It
So I
makes a
was very
difference.
fortunate most of the time. To,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, one of my favorite things was playing for Chile Lindo at Brock Stadium one year. The stadium is packed, bro,
Yeah. I remember those
and
days.
nobody they couldn't call me Julian, so everybody I call me Julio, and
Julio.
that was my name.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
became Julio, so that was it. And they know your name because you could play. I played some good football that day too, so you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
I was playing with players that were members of the previous World Cup Chile team.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Wow. That's
So them kind of players bring the best out of you too.
correct. Correct. Now, I wanted to ask you, growing up, who was your favorite international player that you follow as a kid, as a younger man back in the day?
I watched everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Pele number one
Mm-hmm.
and only. But I also, because we had access to a television as a youth, and sometimes even when you go to movie theaters, the footage they show you before is like international news. So I
Correct.
saw people like Bobby Charlton playing for England.
England.
And
Yes.
as a matter of fact, he was the player I think initially that I wanted to pattern my game after.
Okay, okay.
This is this is the 60s, bro.
Yes, we're going back.
So I'm watching one of the world's greatest midfield players play
Mm-hmm.
in Bobby Charlton, and then I was also watching man like George Best.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Those are big names.
Yeah, that's why a lot of Jamaican men my age are Manchester United fans because we got a
Mm,
lot of their games.
correct. Yes. With all the
Yeah,
immigration back in the day to England.
yeah. So we might get a 1-2 Arsenal game or Blackburn or Newcastle
Yeah.
rare, like, but most of the time it was Manchester United. So
Wow.
I saw Charlton play. I wanted to play like him. I saw Beckenbauer play. I saw like Eusebio
Oh, Silvio,
from
Portugal. Yeah.
Portugal.
Portugal.
Like,
Yes.
yeah, the Black Pearl, that
The
man,
Black
to be a
Black
black
Panther.
man
Yeah.
in,
Yeah.
yeah, and they want to have him as the spearhead of the Portuguese national team because he was so damn good,
Correct.
you know.
Yeah.
And so I watched him mostly because I liked when he was dribbling a ball. He looked like a force of nature. He was dribbling so hard. I felt like defenders didn't want to tackle him because he was such a big dude,
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
right? And skillful and a powerful shot. So Eusebio, but of course, being Jamaican, the most of the football we got was from Brazil.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
And so when we see King Pele and Tostao and Revellino and Gerson and Paulo
Wow.
Cesar and Jairzinho, um, Carlos Alberto, the captain, like
Wow.
we watch Brazilian football. So our style of football in Jamaica is very similar
Correct.
in texture to the Brazilian game, I think.
Having fun with the ball. Just having fun playing the game.
Yes, we love football, man, and we
Yeah.
like smile when we play.
Correct.
Even when
Correct.
we're being aggressive and thing, we enjoy the game, and
Correct.
Brazilians love the game.
And and that's what I think that's missing nowadays. A lot of the players that I've seen play, and I'm sure you will watch. I don't see that fun. It's always like everything's so tactical. Like I don't see anybody having a good time or just enjoying the game. Like they're always looking for something, either for the referee to call a red card or for the coach to tell them what to do. And that's what I like Ronaldinho as well because he loved the game.
Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, R9, them two guys played with joy. Like
Correct.
R9, the phenomenon was the most
Mm-hmm.
property. And so I saw George Weah back in the day. Um, that brother there was incredible. So what you're talking about, the tactical game, everything in the game sometimes goes in cycles.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So there was a time after 1966, after England won the World Cup in '66.
Correct.
Somewhere along the line, they stopped playing two and three touch football and started that long ball game. And it was the
Correct.
ugliest football in the world. And England became one of the worst football teams after that. They
Mm,
had the ugliest football, but everybody started doing this long ball thing for a reason because they won the World Cup.
correct. Mm-hmm.
And then Brazil win, and then everybody started going back to the ball movement and having the fun in the game. And then you start watching um, Italy and some of these other teams, Holland.
Mm-hmm.
Them teams start produce individual players. So you had the Johan Cruyff and Nieskins and them guys coming for Holland.
Was a great
And
team. Yeah.
teams started to have, yeah, and teams started to have, to dribble the, Who there this day and age, most of them cannot dribble a football, which is why